Hey Sag. Aquarius season reading. This is showing up so much on the bottom for people and then coming out. Doesn't come out in all of them, but just wanted to share that with you because who knows what's bound to come full circle, which I've also noticed. Fun fact of this season. This month, before we get started on your Aquarius season February reading, all information to work with me one-on-one is below, as well as the more detailed, general, extended reading where we go into the cards more. That will be on Patreon. We're going for no annoying hair today in this episode of Work With Me. All right. First, give yourself credit for the abrupt yet, and not so subtle, overhaul that's been going on. A part of you feels more in control. You may also feel like you're being watched in some kind of way. I don't want to make that creepy. You may be like being monitored at work if you're starting a new job, or if something happened recently where things need to be a little bit more precise, or whatever it is. You may maybe feel like people are looking at you more even. Okay. It doesn't really matter that much. You also may feel a strong, the Leo new moon is making me realize, so it's funny, I had no idea. But during the course of these readings, Leo is coming out extremely strong, at least showing up in the general or the extended. For the most part, it's been general. And I'm almost done. The Leo new moon, full moon, is on the 5th. I'm not quite sure if this one will be out by then, but it'll be out around then. I'm thinking of moving some videos that I've already done around to put out these ones in the last few Scorpio and Taurus because of how strong the full moon is for you guys, which makes me want to stress to you that it's really important that no matter what, no matter how much fruition you come into, or how much fruits, money, excess of something you come into this month, if you haven't already noticed your own pattern or not really into reading patterns, this is what I'm here for. So what I want you to notice about a certain aspect of when you get so far, or when you come to a certain point, when you're offered something that appears slightly better than what you're doing, or slightly better than what you have, or, no, we're going to go with this first. Forgive me. It's because, Sag, for some of you, you're unaware of how vulnerable even those spaces are for you. And not to say that Sag doesn't get what they want. Jupiter rules you, so of course you do. Not to say you don't get what you want, or you don't live the most full life. That's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that has happened, or could have happened, and has the potential to happen again in this upcoming month. And now that you have more strength over your self-discipline or self-control, because that's really what this month is stressing to you, is self-control, self-discipline, especially in areas of ideas, things that are blossoming. We have the flower there, and I was just for some reason attracted to this flower. We have the flower on her, we have the fruits behind her, and it can almost feel like you want to burst, but they're just not quite ready just yet. They will be soon, very soon, probably right after the full moon. What I don't want you to do is look externally or for something you don't already have to come for you. This could be a person, this could be a situation, this could be a job, could be any of those things trying to pull you back and away from all of this work that you've just done in this specific area. For some of you, it could be with a Leo. For a lot of you, it's about this mental, emotional strength that's really like, you already have it, but it's amplified. It's wanting to be even given more life this month, and that breeds, challenge and suffering. And I was just overhearing too on a podcast, in which we can even relate to ourselves, is that when you suffer, at some point after that, there is happiness. And sometimes, at some points in your life, you could be like, oh, that's just a good time. I know. But this time, you're going to notice where that is in your life, where that's playing out in your life. Because instead of waiting for that next new thing or that next new person, in these moments, you're going to realize where you already have them. And they may need to be left where they are. Whether they're habits that just don't make sense, a person that just doesn't add up anymore, friendship, a romantic relationship. We'll get more into this in the second part, but Aquarius moves into Mercury and you're just like, I'm not fucking around. I'm telling you that as long as I have control over X, Y, and Z in my life, I'm now going to give that more attention. Like this, look. Oops. I thought I could turn it, I can't. I was gonna show you how my cat was like plotting to try and get this plant hanger I just hung up. Guess what he just decided? Not to do it, because if he did it, he would have got hurt. And he's done that before in many other ways. And I think yep. And then he tried to go back to try to do it, and I think he's realizing it's not a good idea. But knowing him, he'll still try it. Don't do what my cat does. Just don't do it. Don't try to force something to work. Leos are getting this very existential experience right now. Not that they haven't known those things. They're just going through a very existential period right now. And it's kind of a great time to, and I want to relate this to you. I wish I really could show you what my cat's doing, because then it would make this video so much funnier. But like, this is what cats do, what Leos do. So let's talk about that. Leos can be like this too. And maybe there's a Leo in your life that's showing you and giving you like full on, they're showing you what not to do. They're like giving you steps. Sorry, I'm just like fucking with this too much. They're giving you steps, and it could be what not to do. It could be what to do, but paying attention to them could be very important. But also paying attention or realizing like any Leo in your life, and just notice that if they don't accurately, envision their pounce, but they don't like creep down before, and they do things just because they're trying to force it to happen, it always falls flat. It falls flat. But what they can do, and what there is a beauty of, is that they're able to hold space or hold this potential for greater compassion, understanding, and letting what's necessary be told or heard or seen in those moments. So I think for some of you, it can be one side of the pillars of the High Priestess, where someone is showing you a side of themselves that if you two played off of, it could be more beneficial for what's to come. Can even develop into a great relationship, business, or friendship. Doesn't feel like love, but that could be in the cards too. We'll get more into that into the second part. What this Leo's like, what, because right away it's strong. For others of you, it's something that they do reveals something about you. However you respond to something that they do or say this month shows you a lot about you. And in the midst of all this goodness happening, you find yourself somewhat, when you're alone, when you are by yourself, you find yourself going off onto this space emotionally that you haven't been in a while. And then something's presented to you. Ask for a sign. This is your sign. No, I can't really. Or something reveals itself to you that's already in your life. Like we talked about before, just bring it all the way back around. And I think you're done. This emotional moment is the beauty of finally ending something that's maybe been confusing. And if it's confusing, normally it's a red flag in my perspective. Take it for what you will, but that's what's happened with me. And it sets you off in a different direction. There's not a lot of cards, but this month is that courageous moment. That courageous moment. Yeah, we'll end there. Mars and Gemini got me talking. Air seasons got me talking. All information is below, and I will see you next month.